Welcome back to the channel JF Coin Hunters, treasure seekers, history lovers, and curious fans. Today we are diving deep into a coin that most people toss aside without a second thought. The 1987 Lincoln penny, yes, the humble 1-cent piece that jingles in your pocket, slips into couch cushions, and lives quietly in jars. But what if I told you some of these tiny copper coins have blown millions in auctions, have rare era history, and in some cases can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Today we're uncovering the real story of the 1987 Lincoln penny. What makes some worth a fortune, how to spot the rare ones, where the $442 or even higher values come from, and how much collectors really pay in the market. So get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll want to go dig through every rolled coin in your house for 1987 cents. Let's go. Pushpin Segment 1. What is the 1987 Lincoln penny? First, a bit of background. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Fast forward to 1987. The penny looked familiar, Lincoln's portrait on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But unlike older rare pennies with fancy copper composition or age, the 1987 penny is a modern coin, produced in massive quantities by the United States Mint. In fact, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 4.6 billion 1987 pennies. The Denver Mint struck nearly 4.9 billion more, and the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins used mainly in collector sets. U.S. Coins Guide +1. This huge production means most of these pennies are common. A typical circulated 1987 penny equals about 1 cent face value. Coin trackers, yes. 1 cent. But hold on, there are exceptions. Collision Segment 2. Why some 1987 pennies are worth a lot of money. The everyday penny is worth what it says, 1 cent. But collectors look for the unusual, and that's where the magic happens. There are 3 big reasons a 1987 penny might be valuable. Small blue diamond 1. Uncirculated condition coins that never saw pocket change, never got scratched, and have a deep original luster. Small blue diamond 2. Rare mint errors and varieties mistakes during the minting process, like doubling, off-center strikes, missing features, or metal planchet issues. Small blue diamond 3. Proof coins and special finishes. Proof coins from San Francisco with ultra cameo or deep cameo finishes can be especially collectible. TNPnews.com. Most regular 1987 pennies in decent condition are worth between face value and a couple dollars, even uncirculated ones. Coin trackers. But now here's the juicy part. Gemstones Segment 3. Rare varieties that sell for hundreds or more. Believe it or not, some 1987 Lincoln pennies have been documented selling at auction for serious money, sometimes into the high hundreds or even thousands of dollars. U.S. Coins Guide +1. Here's what makes them special. Fire extremely high-grade specimens. A 1987 Lincoln penny graded MS69 RD, Mint State 69 Red, by Top Grading Services once sold for hundreds of dollars, and exceptionally rare ones even approach figures near $870 and beyond. U.S. Coins Guide Fire Rare Mint Mark varieties. Even coins from Denver or San Francisco with specific conditions or finishes can fetch high prices. San Francisco. Proof coins in top grades are serious collector's items. TNPnews.com. Fire errors and striking mistakes. Pennies with visible errors, like off-center strikes or doubled lettering, make collectors sit up and pay attention. Values on rare errors range from tens to hundreds to thousands depending on the error and coin condition. Pennyverse.info +1. To put that in perspective, something that most people see as trash change could be worth many times the cost of a fancy coffee. Money Bag Segment 4. What about that $442 value? You might have heard whispered figures like 1987 penny worth $442. Here's the reality. A regular circulated 1987 penny equals face value. U.S. Coins Guide. A nice uncirculated example equals a few dollars. Coin trackers. A grade MS69 or rare error equals hundreds or more. U.S. Coins Guide. So, when you hear something like $442, that likely refers to a coin that meets specific collector criteria, excellent original color, red, superb condition, maybe a slight variety that stands out. Coins in this condition are rare, and when they do appear at auction, people fight for them. Even tiny differences can add tens or hundreds of dollars. Bar chart segment 5. How to tell if your 1987 penny is valuable. Alright, treasure hunters, time to check your pennies. If you found a 1987 penny, here's how to assess it. Magnifying glass tilted right. Step 1. Look and feel. Is it shiny with deep original red color? That's a good sign. Magnifying glass tilted right. Step 2. Condition. Are there scratches, wear, or dents? The cleaner the details, the better. Magnifying glass tilted right. Step 3. Errors or oddities. Check for doubled lettering, missing bits of the design, off-center strikes, or odd shapes. Magnifying glass tilted right. Step 4. Consult a grading service. If you think you have something special, getting it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC can confirm its value. Even rare errors or high grades must be authenticated to command serious prices. Glowing star segment 6. Why collectors care about the 1987 PN and why now? Why would collectors even care about a coin minted in huge numbers? Because coin collecting isn't just about scarcity. It's about story, condition, variety, and history. A coin like the 1987 Lincoln penny captures an era of modern minting, the transition in metal composition, subtle variations in production, and the thrilling possibility that a common coin might be a rare gem. And for many collectors, nothing beats the excitement of finding value where others saw none. Direct hit conclusion. What you should do next. So here's your mission after watching this video. White heavy check mark. Go check all your 1987 pennies. White heavy check mark. Examine them closely with a magnifying glass. White heavy check mark. Look for unusual features or perfect condition. White heavy check mark. If you find a gem, you might be sitting on unexpected value. And remember, coins aren't just money, they're tiny time capsules full of history, surprises, and sometimes real treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of rare coins, smash that like button, subscribe for more treasure hunts, and let us know in the comments what rare coins you've found. Until next time, happy hunting. Sparkles. If you want visuals, transitions, or narration timing suggestions, just let me know and I can help you turn this into a full YouTube video script with cues for B-roll and graphics. Today we're diving deep into the true history, real value, and hidden secrets of the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how much it could be worth right now. Part 1. The Legend of the 1991 Lincoln Penny Host. The 1991 Lincoln penny was produced by the Denver Mint, and you'll identify it by the small D mint mark just under the date. That little letter makes all the difference. These coins might look ordinary, but under the surface lies an interesting story of design, minting, and collector passion. Scroll. The Lincoln penny has been in production since 1909. That's over a century of U.S. history stamped in metal. What started as a simple 1-cent piece soon became one of the most collected coins in the world. Backhand index pointing right. Most 1991 pennies were struck in huge numbers. Over 4 billion were made. That's why most of them are still only worth face value. Coin Trackers Light Bulb Part 2. Normal penny versus rare collector coin shows. Now listen closely, and pay attention to this. Backhand index pointing right. Most 1991 pennies, even if shiny, are only worth a penny in everyday circulation. But the fun begins once we talk about condition, grading, and rare minting anomalies. Bar chart. Normal circulated 1991 pennies are worth around 1 cent to maybe $1 in average condition. Coin trackers. But collectors love coins that are in mint, perfect condition. Those that never touched a pocket or a vending machine. Here's the twist. Gemstone. A perfect 1991 Lincoln penny with major collector quality. Graded very high by coin grading companies. Can go for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. Some legendary examples have sold for well into the thousands. US Coins Guide +1. That's right. A 1-cent coin selling for tens of thousands in rare cases. Chart increasing. Part 3. What really makes these so valuable? Host. What makes the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a collector paying hundreds or more? Backhand index pointing right. There are three big things. White heavy checkmark 1. Uncirculated / mint condition. These are coins that have never been used as money. The colors are still brilliant, the surfaces are flawless, and every detail is sharp. White heavy checkmark 2. Professional grading coins are sent to experts like PCGS or NGC who evaluate and certify their condition. A graded MS69RD, that's mint state 69, red coin is incredibly rare and collectible. Coin weak white heavy checkmark 3. Rarity and demand. Even though billions were made, top grade coins are extremely scarce. That drives prices up. The harder it is to find one that perfect, the more collectors will pay. Coin weak magnifying glass tilted left part 4, real world numbers, value guide host. Let's break down the real values so you know what to expect if you find one in your pocket. Change. Circulated 1991 D penny right arrow, generally worth just face value, 1 cent, unless in amazing shape. Coin trackers uncirculated / brilliant pennies right arrow, often worth anywhere from $2 to $50 depending on quality and color. U.S. Coins Guide certified high grade, MS67, MS68, MS69, right arrow. Now we're talking serious money. MS67 can bring hundreds of dollars. MS68 can bring thousands. MS69, the very best, can go for $3,500 plus, $6,000 plus, and even more in extreme cases. Coin week. Some examples have even exceeded $10,000 at auction when the condition was perfect and competition was high. Coin no money bag. So when some people talk about $442 value or more, they're typically referring to certified, high grade, rare examples that collectors will pay real money for, not face value. That's the distinction. Brain Part 5. How to spot a potentially valuable coin host. If you have a 1991 D penny at home and you want to know if it's worth money, here's what you should check. Magnifying glass tilted right 1. Look at the color. Coins are graded red, red-brown, brown. Red ones are most valuable. Magnifying glass tilted right 2. Check the details, sharp rims, crisp lettering, no scratches. Magnifying glass tilted right 3. Consider grading. Coins that are slabbed and graded by PCGS / NGC command premium prices. And remember, unusual errors or weird minting mistakes can sometimes be valuable too. Things like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or missing plating can add to value. Coin identifier, but always get a professional opinion before assuming anything. Package Part 6. Coin collecting market, real talk hosts. Coins are traded worldwide in auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces. Prices change over time, and demand goes up for rare types. Just because a seller lists a coin at $500 or more doesn't mean that's what it's actually worth. The completed auction prices tell the real story. Coin collectors sometimes get super excited, especially over coins that are graded super high. If 2 or more serious collectors compete at auction, the price can skyrocket. But here's the most important thing. Backhand index pointing right. Most 1991 D pennies are not worth crazy money. Only the rare, perfect ones are. Even so, for a coin that started life worth just 1 cent, this has become one of the most exciting stories in modern coin collecting. Checker flag conclusion. Your takeaway host, smiling. So here's what you need to remember before you check your drawer for pennies. Why medium star a 1991 D Lincoln penny is usually just a penny in value. Coin trackers white medium star nice uncirculated ones can be worth a few dollars to $50 plus. U.S. Coins Guide white medium star certified top grade examples have sold for thousands. Coin week white medium star, and if you find any unusual errors, that's when the real treasure hunt begins. Coin identifier. So go check your coins. You really might have hidden cash in your pocket. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want more coin value mysteries unlocked. Clapperboard end card, subscribe, watch next video, coin tips playlist if you want. I can also help you write corresponding on-screen text, B-roll ideas, or a thumbnail title for maximum YouTube clicks. Just let me know. Today we're unboxing one of the most talked about pennies of the modern era, the 2016 Lincoln penny. That's right. This isn't just a simple 1-cent coin. Believe it or not, some 2016 pennies have been selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. All because of rarity, errors, and collector demand. If you love rare coins, hidden treasure in pocket change, or just want to know if your penny is secretly worth real money, this video is for you. Let's jump in. 1. The story of the 2016 Lincoln penny. Before we talk about crazy values and big auction prices, let's talk history. The Lincoln penny has been America's most iconic coin for over 110 years, and in 2016, it continued the Lincoln Shield design, which represents unity and strength. Most 2016 pennies were minted by the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, with a D mint mark. But here's the twist. Even though more than billions were made, some of them have surprising stories behind them. U.S. Coins Guide Money Bag 2. Why most 2016 pennies are worth just 1 cent. Let's set the record straight. Heavy check mark. If you find a regular 2016 penny in your pocket change, it's almost always worth its face value, just 1 cent. U.S. Coins Guide heavy check mark. Even uncirculated coins that have never been used are usually only worth 10 cents to 30 cents. That's not a typo. U.S. Coins Guide. So why do people talk like these pennies are treasure? Brain 3. The rare and valuable 2016 pennies. Here's where it gets exciting. While most are common, a few very rare 2016 pennies have incredible value, not because of age, but because of errors or extremely high mid-quality condition. U.S. Coins Guide Gemstone Best Known Value Facts. A 2016 Philadelphia penny graded MS68, super duper mint state, sold for almost $900 at auction. U.S. Coins Guide A 2016 D penny in perfect uncirculated condition has fetched over $1,500. U.S. Coins Guide. These numbers show that even modern coins can be valuable, but only in very specific conditions. U.S. Coins Guide Magnifying Glass tilted left 4. Why some people claim $4.42 or more. Now let's talk about the figure you came here for, $4.42. A 2016 penny with certain attributes, especially one that is certified by a professional grading company and almost flawless, will command much higher prices than a normal coin. For example, Sparkles A 2016 penny graded MS68 RD, meaning mint state and brilliant red color, sold at auction for close to $900, proving that modern pennies can fetch big money. U.S. Coins Guide. So when people talk about a 2016 penny being worth $442, they're usually referring to a high-quality collector coin, not one you just find in your wallet. 5. Coin errors and why they matter. Collectors don't just look at year and mint mark. They look for mistakes the mint accidentally made when producing coins. These errors can turn a 1-cent coin into a collectible worth hundreds. White heavy check mark. Misplaced mint mark errors, where the D or P is struck in the wrong place. Coin value checker. White heavy check mark. Die cracks, doubled dies, off-center strikes, tiny production mistakes that make each coin unique. Coin value checker. White heavy check mark. Partial or broad struck errors, weird shapes or striking mistakes collectors love. Coin value checker. Collision 1 2016 D penny with a misplaced mint mark error sold for around $415. Coin value checker. Collision. Other errors have brought hundreds of dollars in auctions. Coin value checker. That's why coin collectors dig through jars of pennies, hoping to find those tiny mistakes that mean big money. Bar chart 6. Current market and why supply matters. There are billions of 2016 pennies in existence. That's why most are cheap. U.S. Coins Guide. But here's something amazing. Even with huge production numbers, error coins and perfect specimens are rare because most coins get worn down in circulation. Collectors pay premiums for coins that, small blue diamond, were never used. Small blue diamond have mint luster. Small blue diamond show no signs of wear. Small blue diamond have no scratches, dirt, or corrosion. That's why a random 2016 penny is nothing. But a perfect one certified and graded can be worth real money. Chart increasing 7. A quick value breakdown, easy to remember. Here's a general guide. Green circle common 2016 penny, 1 cent. Green circle uncirculated beautiful coin 10 cent. $1 orange circle very high mint grade, MS66 plus $50, $300 red circle ultra rare high grade or error coins, $400 plus to $1,500 plus US coins guide plus one. So when someone tells you, my 2016 penny is worth $442, it's possible, but only if it's a super rare, high grade collector coin. Magnet 8. Should you search your penny stash? Absolutely. Here's what to look for. Magnifying glass tilted right, look under good light. Magnifying glass tilted right, check mint marks. Magnifying glass tilted right, look for odd shapes or doubled letters. Magnifying glass tilted right, if it looks perfect, consider getting it graded. Even modern era coins have been known to sell for big money. The key: condition plus rarity plus collector demand equals price. Direct hit 9. Final words. Is the 2016 penny treasure or trash? Yes. Most 2016 pennies are still just 1 cent. But listen closely. Backhand index pointing right, a small percentage of them can be worth hundreds or even more, especially in perfect condition or with mint errors. US Coins Guide. So don't throw away old coins. Check them. You might be sitting on something valuable. Fire. Outro/call to action. If you like this video and want more rare coin discoveries, smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. And drop a comment below. Have you found a rare penny before? Would you like visual script cue sheets or video editing captions for this script? I can help you make this even easier to film. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 2021 Lincoln penny, not just its history, but how a 1 cent coin could skyrocket in value to hundreds of dollars, even more than $442. Stick around, because this coin story is wild, and it could change how you look at loose change forever. Scroll Part 1. The story of the Lincoln penny, 0:30 to 2 o'clock, studio microphone. To understand the 2021 penny, you have to know its roots. The Lincoln penny debuted in 1909, and it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this humble 1 cent piece became one of the most iconic coins in American history. Today, the penny has been in circulation for over a century, witnessing world wars, economic change, and now, collector's fever. Right arrow. But here's the craziest part. Almost all pennies you see are worth just 1 cent. Yet some pennies from specific years and conditions are worth real collector money, even in the modern era. Light bulb Part 2. What makes a 2021 penny valuable? 2 to 4 o'clock, studio microphone. Let's talk specifically about the 2021 Lincoln penny. Most 2021 pennies you find in circulation are the typical 1 cent coins, produced by the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, and usually worth close to face value, maybe a few cents or dollars even in uncirculated condition. Coin no, but here's where it gets exciting. Sparkles 1. Mint mark MATTRS. No. Mint mark equals Philadelphia coin. D. Mint mark equals Denver coins. Mint mark equals San Francisco proof coin. Scarcer, made for collectors, coin identifier proof coins, especially those with deep cameo contrast, hold collector appeal and can fetch more than face value, sometimes reaching tens, even hundreds of dollars depending on condition and grading. Coin no. Sparkles 2. Condition grading. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, perfect. In 2021, uncirculated coins with top grades, like MS68 or MS70, especially red preserved copper, can sell for hundreds or even a few $1,000s at auction. Coin no. Sparkles 3. Errors and rarities. This is where real treasure hunters get excited. Some 2021 pennies have minting errors. Tiny mistakes at the mint that make a coin rare and collectible. White heavy checkmark die breaks, white heavy checkmark cuts, white heavy checkmark off center strikes, white heavy checkmark double dies. These errors can make a regularly mundane penny suddenly worth a lot more money, sometimes in the hundreds of dollars. Coin value checker plus $1 banknote Part 3. Examples of 2021 penny values. 4 to 6 o'clock, studio microphone. So how much are they actually worth? Let's break it down. Pushpin. Most 2021 pennies, common, worth 20 cents to $2.50 if uncirculated. Coin no pushpin uncirculated top grade examples, sometimes $2,500 plus at auction. Coin no pushpin proof pennies from San Francisco, collectible, often $10 to $50 plus depending on quality. Coin no pushpin rare errors and certified exceptional coins, although very uncommon, can fetch hundreds or more, sometimes soaring above $442 and beyond for the rarest specimens. Coin no pushpin highest proven sales in recent years. Some modern pennies graded super high with perfect preservation have sold for thousands on the rare occasion, an extraordinary surge for a coin only a few years old. Coin no man detective part 4. Why the value surges, 6 to 8 o'clock studio microphone. So, why do some people pay hundreds for a single penny? There are a few big reasons. 1. LOW mintage and high demand proof coins, high grade monsters, and scarce minting varieties mean collectors fight over fewer pieces. Coin no 2. Condition is Kinjin coin collecting, how good the coin looks, its eye appeal, can skyrocket value. A flawless, glossy 2021 penny might be worth 100x more than a worn-down pocket change example. Coin no 3. Error coins equals rarity. Errors are fascinating because they're accidental, often unpredictable, and extremely rare. Some error coins in other years have sold for hundreds of thousands to millions, like rare wheat pennies from the 1940s. CoinCollecting.com +1 Trophy Part 5. Tips for viewers, 8 to 10 o'clock studio microphone. Before you go checking every penny in your jar, here are some tips. Magnifying glass tilted right. Use a magnifying glass to spot tiny doubling or cut marks. Coin value checker. Straight ruler check for off-center strikes. Coins not struck perfectly can be valuable. Coin value checker briefcase. Consider professional grading. Getting your coin graded can legitimize its value to buyers. Coin no white medium star. Know the mint mark. S-proof coins are rarer than regular circulation pieces. Coin identifier fire part 6. Market context and crazy penny stories. 10 to 12 o'clock studio microphone. Here's where it gets even more wild. Coins that historically were just 1 cent have sold for insane money. Collision. A 1943 bronze penny once sold for hundreds of thousands to over $840,000 because it was struck on copper instead of steel by accident. The most expensive Collision. Other rare Lincoln cents with dramatic errors routinely bring tens of thousands at auction. The most expensive, and that's why even modern pennies have value potential. Collectors love unique stories, tiny mistakes, and perfect condition coins. It's not about the face value anymore, it's about history, rarity, and collector demand. Pushpin final thoughts. 12 to 1300 hours studio microphone asterisk. So next time you dump your loose change on the counter, slow down. You might have a hidden treasure sitting there. The 2021 Lincoln penny might look ordinary, but with the right mint mark, condition, or error, it could be worth way more than its 1 cent face value, even hundreds of dollars. Backhand index pointing down asterisk. If you found a 2021 penny with unusual markings, errors, or a ridiculously shiny finish, drop a comment below or share a photo. Who knows, you might be holding your own little fortune. Clapperboard OUTRO, 13 to 1330 fire. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another coin collecting treasure hunt. Until next time, keep searching and keep stacking those pennies. If you want, I can also give you titles, thumbnails, and tags optimized for YouTube search and views. Just let me know.